rightly sees me as an old man. In fact, I look in the mirror and I suddenly notice that an old man is staring back at me. I would like to be 18 and be young and beautiful, but I can't. I'm Jackson Toby, Professor of Sociology Emeritus at Rutgers University.
America freed of ageism. That means no labels, just more self-awareness of what ageism really is, whether it's the use of language, whether it's the way that you portray other people. It's a place where no one will be judged for their age. They'll be judged more so on their abilities, their potential, their capabilities, their intelligence, their wisdom, their sense of humor.
Yes, how do we get there?
One day at a time. We get there by one day at a time, one step at a time, one good deed at a time.
Society is not perfect. Certainly we can't get everybody to be nice to everybody, although I think we should try hard, and I think we should, to be nice to everybody. But some people, for example, don't like to see people in wheelchairs or with walkers. It brings to mind for them that they are going to die someday. And that's hard to take. But we can't make everybody do all the things we would like them to do. But we can't prevent every individual from treating older people in a not ideal fashion.
Ageism has no bounds. It's like 0 to 100. So growing up, I was at the kitchen, couldn't cook by myself. I needed my mom or grandma there, or needed an adult there because I was too young. Ageism at its finest. What I realized growing up is, especially now as an administrator, it wasn't easy. I didn't just get the position as an administrator. I had to work my way up. And when I did that, I was told no. You know, my mentors would suggest, how about you try something else first before you get to this position? It was very hurtful. I thought that people didn't trust me. I felt like people didn't have faith in me, and it kind of makes you sad. It makes you upset. It makes you it makes you insecure, and that's what ageism is.
I'd rather show you this picture. Did you see it? It's a picture of me when I was younger, lecturing. A student came into my classroom and took this picture, I don't know, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, and it was a great picture. And he liked it so much, and I liked it so much, that he blew it up and put it in a frame, and I put it on my wall.
Dr. Toby, tell me, what's the greatest thing about being the age that you are?
Survival. I've survived to 93, almost. A day. Tomorrow I'll be 93. And it's not easy. A lot of people don't make it. I'm very lucky.
If there were no limitations with respect to age, my life would be awesome. I would have full potential without negative perceptions from anybody. My purpose is to make a difference and make sure that people are self-aware about ageism. Something with ageism is that it's hurtful, it's not fair, and it doesn't create a good environment.
I was invited to a conference at the White House, and President Reagan presided, and Vice President Bush was there. And I asked my wife, what do you think I ought to wear? And we talked about it. I had one jacket, and we said, well, we've seen Reagan in a plaid jacket on television. Why don't you wear that? When I got there and was ushered into the cabinet room, I saw that everybody had dark blue suits on, but it was too late. So I kept it on, and I still have the jacket. That was 1984. It still fits.
Looks like $1 million. Sure. $1 million shot right there.
Well, I paid $1 million for it.
That is the way to meet the president.
Yep.
Elderly is not necessarily about the age, it's about the journey of life. It's all the things that someone has done. That's what makes them elderly. Not because of their age, but because of their wisdom. And if you have that open heart to take that time to just, learn more, understand what this is about, I think it makes you a little different.
How long were you in your home?
I was in my home since we bought the house, my wife and I, in 1959. And I was in it until last year. So I'm not as good at arithmetic as I used to be, but it's a long time. So I'm very thankful that I'm functioning as well as I am. Let me interrupt to give you directions here.
Yes.
Keep going.
Okay.
If you go down that street, take a left.
Okay.
Okay, there's my house right there. Oh, there's the person who bought the house from me, I think. Yes. There was an anthropologist named Margaret Mead, and she was notable for many things, but one of them that she wasn't really famous for, but she wrote an article on lateral education. And what she meant was that education has become increasingly the more knowledgeable teaches the less knowledgeable people, regardless of age. And I thought this was a great insight, and I follow it too. I have a 16-year-old boy coming and instructing me on computers, and I'm very happy to call him my teacher.
When I see someone being segregated just due solely to age, it hurts. It hurts because if you were in that person's shoes, you really don't know what experiences that they've gone through. It's not fair to just point fingers. Remember, when you point fingers, there's always 3 pointing back at you. So remember that one day that could be you in their shoes. You have to be mindful of what you say, what you do, and just take a step back and really understand where someone's coming from and do good to others.
It was given to me at 50 years, but it doesn't say so. It's a nice clock.
This was it. This is great. Oh, that's fantastic. Long time.
And I retired in 2003.
That's a beautiful clock. Very beautiful.
It's a hint.
Yeah. What is the one thing that really brings you joy every day when you go to work?
When I go to work, one thing that always keeps me happy is knowing that I'm making a difference. Having the ability to walk in, talk to people, get to know people, make a difference in their lives, gives me a lot of joy. Keeps me sane. Ageism is a powerful movement that we have to work together to make sure we make a change in life.